Yes, half iron midlife crisis. This is what it's all about. Take me out my comfort zone a bit. Yes, it happens. Always good to have a goal.
Hi and welcome back to the Half Iron Midlife Crisis. Just a short video this week. It's been quite a busy week at work, so I've struggled a bit to pack everything in, but I am just about there where I wanted to be at the end of January, doing around about 7 hours of training a week, which is good, and that's felt really nice. Had some really nice turbo rides on the bike, comfortably an hour and a half or so. Really well with the swimming, managing that for an hour and keeping up with my running. So really happy with all that, which is good. Heavy legs, but not too bad at the moment. So one of the things I thought I'd talk about today is just why I'm interested in things like this. Challenges, I mentioned that a few times on these vlogs. Challenge. So I can distinctly remember in 1981, so I would have only been just over 7, seeing the first London Marathon on TV, and I think there were only about 7,000 people or so who ran that, and it's now up to I think 40,000, something like that. But I remember watching that and seeing that this was an event, a physically difficult event that anyone could do, and always fascinated by the marathon since then, and lucky enough to do it just before I qualified when I was 23. Amazing atmosphere. But there's something about those sort of challenges, which are accessible to anyone. So I guess like most boys when I was growing up, and still now, I love those adventure stories, the sort of crossing the Antarctic stories, the climbing Everest, the sort of survival stories. Love those kind of books and things on TV. But that feels a bit too much, a bit too inaccessible for someone like myself. And let's face it, I probably wouldn't be very good at that, certainly if it involved climbing. But that sense of adventure, that challenge, something that's accessible to anyone and I can fit in around family life and work life, is great. So I think that's why I like doing those things. So like I said, I did the London Marathon when I was 23. Did a marathon around Kielder, same place as where the Northumbrian triathlon is going to be. So I did that 5 years ago, I think, and that was hard work. It's not a flat course, and I probably didn't train quite as well for it. So I think that's something else about today, is trying to get that training right, to really get stuck into something to make sure I can complete it. But that sense of achievement of getting something done is just great. It's great, and I'm hoping possibly if anyone's watching this who's got their own challenge, it's really important to realise that it's a challenge that's specific to you. So I know someone who's watching this was saying they wanted to do a 5k run. Well, if that's a challenge for you, that's fine, that's great. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be anything big. It may just be walking a mile. It doesn't matter. The fact is, it's a challenge for you. Certainly that determination to be able to complete something like that, and to go through all the training for it. Got to be fairly headstrong, and I think those are qualities that I admire, so it's nice to be able to do that. Anyway, that's a bit about why I like doing these things. It clearly, as I've said, it's clearly a bit of a midlife crisis, but I like the thought of finishing it and going, wow, I did that, and I've had to work hard to be able to do it. Not everyone will be able to do it, but it's a specific challenge for me. Challenge. I know I couldn't take the next step up to a full distance Ironman equivalent of 140 miles, but this feels a bit of a challenge, but doable. That's it for today. Like I say, just a short video, and next time I thought it'd be interesting to talk about some of the tech that I use, to some of the software things, that help me with my training and think a bit about my training. So we shall catch up in another couple of weeks, and I'll let you know how the training's been getting on.